Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Minnesota Vikings and the Washington Commanders. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Cousins looking to put it up right away. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back.
So, Charles, offensively, this group really playing at a high level, 7-0. And we're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But to use a golf expression, no blemishes on the card, at least to this point.
Yeah, unlike my teenage years where there were blemishes everywhere and the dermatologist was on speed dial. But I do think that they're going to have to start answering questions about this start if they keep winning games. You and I both know, we in the media will start to obsess about it and wonder, can they take it all the way to an undefeated season?
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. So after the INT, here's Wentz. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Now a 1,000-yard rusher a season ago, Antonio Gibson with it. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. On 2nd and 9, Wentz. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Tressway on 4th down is sent out to punt. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, one great way to judge a defense. How do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, it goes against their offense and they have to run out in the field and try to put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins.
And that's complete to K.J. Osborne.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Cousins on first down.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A first down throw for Cousins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. Looking to throw again on second down. Cousins. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
This defense for the Commanders, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
Yeah, they held them to well under 200 yards of total offense, and in today's NFL, that's a feat to be proud of, especially with the emphasis on offense and what we're seeing each and every week, that great creativity and usual productivity.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football.
And does Washington have it? They do.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and tell him everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus going here, because maybe he just sensed that maybe the whole team wasn't ready to play.
Yeah, well, they've gone interception, now fumble. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wentz. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Wentz to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Our first update now comes from Atlanta. An early lead in that game for the Falcons. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. First down, here's Cousins. Caught, it's Wilson. Touchdown, Vikings. Albert Wilson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are on the board first here this afternoon.
Joseph connects on the extra point.
And that makes the score 7-0. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
This taken in at the goal line.
And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
74, 82.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Fielded at about the 28. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3 and out.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Tackle there by Lewis Seen.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Wentz going to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Washington on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9.
Wentz.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks.
And the Vikings are going to get it back here just past the 35. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching the bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
First down, here's the run with Cook. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Cook again.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. On third down, Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Cousins now to throw on first down. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Throwing again on second down. Cousins. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
To the air again, it's Cousins. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
From the 10. And able to get this out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now on 2nd and 13. Wentz. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now Wentz. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
They'll run with Gibson.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen.
The 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick-6.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
Now Wentz to try again after the pick-6. Slings this deep from McLaurin, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. The final shot before half for Wentz. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Washington will take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Wentz. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. Past the 20. 10, 5, touchdown, Washington. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away.
And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead. It's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
From the red zone now, Cousins.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. So not quite a first and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Dalvin Cook, his 12th rushing touchdown of the year.
And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
Joseph connects on the extra point.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
From the 10. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
From the red zone now, Wentz. This is caught.
Touchdown, Washington.
Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 12 on the year.
And the Commanders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead down to 10, 24-14.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins. Complete. Smith has it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. From the gun, here's Cousins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Cousins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Now Cousins on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. Boy, a real head-scratcher there.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Slings this deep from McLaurin. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Terry McLaurin with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game.
And the Commanders are back within a score. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
Kene Nwangu now out of his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
Working out of the gun, Cousins.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Cousins again.
And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
4th down, Cousins. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
Gibson here running out of the gun.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Throwing is Wentz. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Throwing now is Wentz. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. Touchdown! Carson Wentz with touchdown pass number 4 on the afternoon. And the Commanders have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that will make this a 4-point game. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Charles, we'll see how this offense responds. Remember, the last time they were out, they went for it on 4th down, did not get it, and that led to a touchdown on the other side. So they need a response here.
They certainly do, and I just have a question for you. You think that was a gut feel, or was that analytics that came into play there, deciding to go for it on 4th down?
That felt like gut to me. What about you?
Yeah, absolutely, because the way it backfired, where they are in the game, all those things, that didn't feel like an analytics call. It certainly felt like, hey, I feel like we can get this right now. And unfortunately, it didn't work out for them.
Now on 2nd and 13, Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's Cousins. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
And this ball is caught by Irv Smith. Touchdown, Vikings.
An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Vikings answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Joseph connects on the extra point,
and that gives them a 3-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fields this way up at the 17.
The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter.
Defensively, Harrison Phillips there to stop him.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wentz. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he...
And this ball is caught by Irv Smith. Touchdown, Vikings.
Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon.
And the Vikings are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
Fields this way up at the 17. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Washington.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
He'll start by handing it off to Dalvin Cook.
And he's got some space here. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
91 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
They run again on 1st down. Cook.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 3rd down, Cousins. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith.
And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 32-yard line.
Cousins to throw it.
Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 19.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Throwing here, Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A 1st down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen. They'll run with Cook. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Gotta hold him to 3 to keep this a one-score game.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout.
That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside.
And I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so, because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You look at the geography of the field, right, where you are. That's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
Here is Cook on 3rd and goal.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th.
And in this situation, a field goal doesn't help you a whole lot, but I think you got to take it, because I think you're a little too far back to go for it on 4th down. But we also know the offensive coordinator's in the head coach's ear, trying to talk him into going for it right here.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Back to throw. Wentz.
Dotson, he's got it. And he'll have a quick first down here as he gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Wentz. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get to midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Lefty.
To throw is Wentz. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play, because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away. Live to fight another down.
Wentz to throw.
Pass complete to Higgins.
And he'll be out right at the 35. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Here we go.
One final try now for Wentz. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing